Well folks, 2020 sure has been interesting so far. Every day there seems to be a new thing lab engineered to make everyone's life a little bit worse. From viruses to potential world war to everything that's occurred so far in Meltdown May, we've got our hands quite full these days. One of the biggest stories of the past little while though is that of the Murder Hornet. Scary name, right? Well, it might be a little exaggerated, but who can blame us? Killer bees had their time in the spotlight. People are just trying to recreate the magic. Actually called the Asian giant hornet, they really pose no more threat than any other big bug with a stinger, as long as we keep their western population under control. And how it came to be the public menace we're all familiar with today, I found out about some more historically dangerous bugs, which got me thinking about all the insects more dangerous than murder hornets. Coyote Peterson fans, I don't know if you'll learn too much here. You already know every bug fact there is, and I'm sure you'll correct anything I get wrong down in the comments. Hello horror heads, and welcome back to the Scariest channel on YouTube, Top 5 Scary Videos. I'm your horror host, Keegan Hughes, and today we're going to be counting down the top 5 scary insects more dangerous than murder hornets. Before we get started, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more buzzing and bee stings. Outrageous. Let's begin. Kicking us off at number 5, we've got the kissing bug. Oh, that doesn't sound too bad. It's just a very amorous insect looking to distribute some smooches. Well, like any person you don't know trying to kiss you, this bug is best avoided. Kissing bug isn't its real name, but they are called that because they tend to bite people on the face. Ouch. These nocturnal feeders like to crawl onto people while they sleep and slurp up blood. The bites themselves aren't too bad, they won't even wake you up. However, the kissing bug tends to carry a parasite named Trypanosoma cruzi. They pick this up by feeding on infected creatures. The parasite then takes refuge in the bug's intestines and feces. And this is where it gets a little gross. The parasite often finds its way into human beings, infecting them with Chagas disease. We'll get to the disease itself in a second. For now, I want to focus on how a poop-based parasite finds its way into the human body. Oh, right, through the kissing bug's kisses. The insect crawls onto people's faces at night, inadvertently tracking bug feces everywhere, including on their eyes, nose, mouth, and through the little holes that they're biting in your face. Oh no. So that's how Chagas disease is spread. The symptoms are all over the place, with many folks actually remaining asymptomatic. However, mild symptoms often crop up, including fever, fatigue, body aches, headache, rash, loss of appetite, diarrhea, and vomiting. It can also cause your liver or spleen to slightly enlarge, or maybe even give you a swollen eyelid, although the swollen eyelid might actually be because of the bug stuff in your eye. Young children can react more severely to the disease with severe inflammation, heart, muscle, or brain infection, and a low chance of fatality. The disease can also become chronic, affecting people throughout their lives. So yeah, would you rather get stung by a hornet or live with bug poop face disease for the rest of your life? Coming in at number 4, we've got killer bees, the original stinger panic. I love insect mania. It just makes everything else feel a little more normal and sane. My favorite killer bee fact has to be that it was actually accidentally man-made. We just can't do anything good for ourselves, huh? Back in the 50s, a Brazilian scientist named Warwick E. Kerr imported some African honeybees to South America. He wanted to make a more productive bee, you know, as people do. Some of his African bees escaped, mated with European bees, and created a hybrid species, Africanized honeybees. They spread across the world rather effectively, making it to Mexico by 1985 and to San Francisco by the mid-2010s. Now, you might have heard of Africanized bees before, but it's likely that you've also heard the more popular name, killer bees. This might have been a little sensationalized. Comparing European bees to Africanized bees, the so-called killer bee is actually smaller, carries less venom, and has less potent venom. Not so killer in smaller numbers. However, they are much more aggressive when defending their hives. The killer bee responds more quickly with bigger swarms and stings a lot more. They would actually chase you for about 1 kilometer before giving up too. So if you're gonna make some killer bees mad, you better get your cardio up. The increased aggression is what's caused hundreds of deaths since their creation. Usually it takes around 1,000 stings to kill a person unless that person's allergic. Most bees would never deliver that many stings. Killer bees just might. See, they're not out to kill anyone, they just want to defend the hive. But under the right circumstances, they are right deadly. Coming in at number 3, we've got the warrior wasp. Now, if it's pure, unadulterated pain you're interested in, look no further than the warrior wasp. According to entomologist and sting expert Justin Schmidt, this is one of the most painful stings going. Over the years, Schmidt has subjected himself to just about every terrifying stinger imaginable. All this pain culminated into a 4-point sting pain index. He's managed to categorize all sorts of bug stings by their ability to cause agony, and the warrior wasp, It's at the very top. Other bugs that have earned a hollowed 4-point score are tarantula hawks and bullet ants. And by the way, bullet ants sting, they don't bite. I made that mistake once and I doubt I will ever live it down. Schmidt says that being stung by a warrior wasp is like being chained to the flow of an active volcano. He likens it to torture, which I can't imagine feels very good, especially when coming from a man who's been stung by just about everything. The pain can last up to 2 hours, which compared to some other stings actually seems like a godsend. However, it truly is just insane pain for the time that it's active. The warrior wasp is found in Central and South America and is known for some aggressive behavior. When threatened, a swarm will flap their wings rhythmically against their bodies, making an unnerving sound not unlike soldiers marching. The defensive demonstration is likely to warn off any threats before things get ugly. They don't think twice before stinging, but their stingers are likely to fall off after a sting, so they do want to make sure that they need to fight before they actually do so. Coming in at number 3, we've got botflies. This is the third bee-looking dude in a row, but just hold on a second. The adult ones might look sort of fuzzy and bee-like, but their larvae certainly don't. These baby botflies are parasites who target mammals. Adults find mosquitoes and attach some eggs to their underside. The egg-laden bloodsucker will then fly off to find a human or mammal. When the mosquito drinks the blood, the mammal's body heat hatches the eggs, dropping the little botflies onto their skin. The tiny larva will then enter the body through the mosquito wound, the hair follicles, or any number of other small holes in the skin. They then start feasting on flesh, leaving a little part of themselves poking out of the skin so it can breathe. While this might sound weird and gross, you definitely don't want a dead, rotten botfly larva festering in your body. Humans are particularly vulnerable to these terrifying little monsters, as they love to dig in and eat our inflamed skin. Eventually, they can grow to be about an inch long, which is just a lovely mental picture, isn't it? Insect taxonomist Chris Carlton went to Belize once and ended up with a botfly larva on the top of his head. In an interview with Wired magazine, he gave all the yucky details. At first, there was just some discomfort at the top of his head, but eventually he started getting shooting pains every 20-ish minutes. Apparently, when the larvae reach a certain size, they like to rotate in their fleshy burrows, causing immense pain in their hosts. Chris, being an insect taxonomist and all, knew generally how to deal with this. He enlisted some friends and blocked up the bugger's breathing hole. After it died, they removed it with forceps and reveled in all the disgusting glory. Spiny little tadpole freaks, colored the most murky off-white. If you ever want to be thoroughly disturbed and fascinated at the same time, look up some videos of botfly removals. Trypophobics need not apply. And finally, at number 1, we've got mosquitoes. Quite literally the deadliest animal in the world. There is nothing out there, save for humans probably, that racks up consistent kill counts like these blood-sucking whiners. Mosquito bites cause around 1 million deaths annually. This is largely due to malaria, with anywhere from 300 to 500 million cases being recorded every year. Sure, it's not technically the mosquito that does the killing, it's the parasite carried by it, but mosquitoes do one hell of a job of spreading that disease. They also carry West Nile virus and dengue fever, 2 more potentially deadly ailments. So while they may not be the first insect that comes to mind when you hear the words deadly or dangerous, you can be sure that they're causing more damage than any murder hornet ever could. And their bites get so itchy. And there you have it. Did you expect some other insects to make an appearance? I left spiders out of the mix too. Which bug scares you the most? What's the scariest insect you've seen face to face? Make sure you let me know down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's take a look at some of your more calorie-rich ones from the top 5 scary internet monsters that can never escape. Oscillator Collective says, oh, they are real. They are thought forms. Tulpas. Man, don't manifest that kind of energy. The world is crazy enough right now without tulpas floating around. Ticket 2013 says Slenderman could be a good DLC character in MK11. Ooh, coming up with a moveset for him would be fun too. I envision like sort of a Dalsim style character with long reach, maybe a few like assist characters. What would his fatality be? Mark Delavon asks, where are they kept? In a supercomputer? Could be. My theory is that they're hiding out in someone's $10,000 Fortnite rig with the light up tower and 3 monitors. Karen Melby asks, how did he not get you? Let me try. Candle Jack. Oh, crap. Well, there goes Karen. Good effort though. And Seth Howe says, Momo is a bit ironic because in Japanese the word Momo translates to peach. Well, I guess that explains all the lewd Momo art that came about. And that's all the time we have for today. Before I snack on some very expired alphagetti, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more murderous monsters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, horror heads, and welcome back to the scariest channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. Wow, wrong one. You can tell I've been writing for both channels. The actual insect name is triatomine. Triatomine? Why do I do this to myself?